When Ohio State's undefeated, there is no question of whether they'll make a playoff or not because they're undefeated. They're not undefeated anymore, but our coverage still is. Bill Landis, Doug Maurice, Ari Wasserman here now to discuss the question of will Ohio State make the playoff. We're going to do this every week as long as they're theoretically still in the hunt, and our answers might change. But for now, today, 2 days after the Ohio State-Penn State loss, Doug, do you think Ohio State will be in the playoff?
This is a hard question. I am not 100% sure of my answer, and I'm about to change what I think I was going to say. I'm going to say no, and that is because I'm reverting a little bit back to what I predicted at the start of the year. I was pondering before, by the way. 9-3 is what I thought before this season, and I think they're taking a step back toward that. I think there could be a loss you don't see still out there, and they certainly could lose to Michigan. So I think there's multiple things now, and I think they could even beat Michigan and lose the Big Ten title game. So there's multiple speed bumps. Just based on that alone, no.
I think it's a matter of whether or not you think Ohio State could lose a game that you don't foresee, which would change my answer. Bill, what do you think right now?
No. If you would have asked me last week, I would have said yes, I think like everybody. For a lot of the same reasons Doug said. I don't know if I thought that this was a multi-loss team before last week, and I'm not 100% sure that it still is, but that thought has crept into my mind now after watching the way they played and the way they've looked on offense really for three weeks in a row. Puts a lot of questions in my mind of whether or not Ohio State can beat Michigan, which is like the underlying question of can they make the playoff is can they beat Michigan and get to the Big Ten championship. And I don't want to get too nitty-gritty into Ohio State-Michigan. It's happening in 5 weeks, but I don't think this offense right now is good enough for me to say this team can make the playoff.
I don't know that Ohio State's going to lose another game to an opponent that you don't think they should lose to. So the question in my head is, do you think Ohio State will beat Michigan? And I don't know right now. So I think based on offensive issues that have been real for 3 straight weeks, it makes me think they aren't small things the way that they describe it right now, and they're more issues of personnel and being good enough. And right now I think I'm going to say no as well. Just the idea of beating Michigan, and then you make a good point, Doug, of even if they beat Michigan, are they a lock to win the Big Ten championship? I don't think they have any wiggle room anymore after that loss, and I'm not sure they're good enough to be perfect for the rest of the year. So right now, in the middle to end of October, we're all on record as saying no.